I'm Dr. Selena Clarke, and today we're going to explore something that's been creating a real buzz in men's health circles lately. It's a simple, affordable vitamin that you can place right under your tongue, and it may completely change how you think about supporting healthy testosterone levels, especially after you pass 50. So, find a comfortable spot because what I'm about to share might challenge what you've been told about testosterone support and men's vitality. By the end of this, you'll understand why so many men are switching to the sublingual method. That's the process of letting nutrients absorb under your tongue for faster, more powerful results. Let me start with a story. A few weeks ago, a patient came into my office. Let's call him Robert. He's 56, works in construction, and has always been strong, active, and hardworking. But recently, he started feeling like something was off. By mid-afternoon, his energy would crash. His workouts weren't as effective, his recovery took longer, and his motivation just wasn't the same. He said, "Doc, I feel like I'm running on half the fuel I used to." Sound familiar? That's the story of millions of men over 50, and at the root of it is one essential hormone, testosterone. Now here's what many don't realize. Testosterone levels start to decline naturally around age 30, dropping by about 1 to 2% each year. That might not sound like much, but by the time you hit 50, your levels could be 20 to 40% lower than they were in your prime. That's not just a small change, it's a life-altering one. And this decline affects far more than muscle tone or stamina. It influences mood, motivation, mental clarity, bone health, cardiovascular function, and even intimacy. But here's where things get really interesting. The issue isn't always how much testosterone your body produces, it's how well your body can use what it already makes. And this is where our key player comes in, vitamin D3. Most people think of vitamin D as the sunshine vitamin. And yes, sunlight helps your body produce it naturally. But vitamin D is actually more than a vitamin. It functions like a hormone precursor, meaning your body uses it to make other hormones, including testosterone. Several studies have shown a strong link between vitamin D levels and testosterone levels in men. One landmark study published in Hormone and Metabolic Research found that men who took around 300 IU of vitamin D daily for a year saw their testosterone increase by roughly 25%. That's a huge improvement, and it demonstrates how powerful this connection really is. Now let's talk about how you take it, because that's where many men miss out. When you swallow vitamin D in a capsule or tablet, it goes through your stomach and liver before it ever reaches your bloodstream. During that journey, a large portion is lost or broken down. In fact, absorption rates can drop to as low as 50%, especially as we age or if digestion isn't optimal. But when you place vitamin D3 under your tongue using a sublingual spray or dissolvable tablet, the results change dramatically. The membranes under your tongue are extremely thin and packed with blood vessels, which allows nutrients to pass directly into your bloodstream, bypassing the digestive system completely. The result? Faster absorption, higher bioavailability, and more of the vitamin reaching the places it needs to go. Studies show that sublingual absorption can reach up to 90% or more, and men often report feeling an improvement in energy, mood, or focus within minutes instead of hours. Now let's touch on dosing because this part is important. The general recommendation for vitamin D is only about 600 IU per day, but that number was designed decades ago merely to prevent deficiency diseases, not to optimize hormone balance or vitality. If you want to truly support testosterone production, most research points to a range between 2,000 and 5,000 IU daily, depending on your body weight, sun exposure, and existing vitamin D levels. And here's something many men overlook. If you're deficient in vitamin D, and nearly half of adults in the US are, your body simply can't produce testosterone efficiently. But vitamin D doesn't work alone. Think of it as the leader of a team, and to get the full benefit, that team needs strong support players. This is where minerals like zinc and magnesium come in. Let's start with zinc. It's absolutely vital for testosterone synthesis and also helps regulate an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. If that enzyme becomes too active, testosterone levels drop and estrogen levels rise, a combination that can drain your energy and motivation. Unfortunately, zinc deficiency is very common, particularly in older men. Research has shown that supplementing with zinc can lead to dramatic improvements in testosterone levels, especially for those who were deficient to begin with. In one study, men who took 30 milligrams of zinc daily for 6 months nearly doubled their testosterone levels. Now, here's something interesting about zinc and the sublingual method. When you take zinc pills orally, they can sometimes upset your stomach or cause nausea. but taking it sublingually bypasses digestion, reducing discomfort and increasing how much your body can absorb. Forms like zinc citrate or zinc gluconate are especially effective for this method because they dissolve easily and deliver a steady, gentle absorption straight into the bloodstream. Next, we have magnesium, a mineral that's involved in over 300 biochemical processes in the body, including many that affect testosterone. Magnesium not only supports hormone production, but also improves muscle recovery, brain function, and sleep quality. And sleep, as you might know, is where most testosterone production happens. In fact, poor sleep can tank testosterone faster than almost anything else. Studies show that magnesium supplementation can boost both free and total testosterone levels, particularly in men who exercise regularly. In one notable study, athletes who took magnesium daily saw a 24% increase in free testosterone within just 4 weeks. When delivered sublingually, often in the form of magnesium chloride, absorption is rapid and efficient. It's an ideal combination because magnesium also promotes relaxation and deeper sleep, helping your body restore and rebuild its natural hormone rhythm overnight. Now, beyond these key nutrients, there's another element that deserves attention, a trace mineral that most men overlook entirely, yet it may hold one of the fastest acting effects on free testosterone: boron. Boron is one of those trace minerals that doesn't get much attention, but the research behind it is surprisingly strong, and it plays a subtle yet powerful role in hormone balance. Studies have shown that men who take just about 6 milligrams of boron daily can see a noticeable increase in free testosterone levels by as much as 25 to 30% in as little as 1 week. That's because boron doesn't just support testosterone production, it also helps free up testosterone that's already present in the body. Here's how it works. A large portion of testosterone in your bloodstream is bound to a protein called sex hormone binding globulin, or SHBG. When testosterone is bound to SHBG, it can't be used by your cells. Boron helps lower SHBG levels, freeing more testosterone into its active, usable form. On top of that, boron supports proper estrogen metabolism and reduces inflammation, both of which help maintain a healthy hormonal balance as men age. For sublingual use, boron works beautifully because it's required only in trace amounts, and absorption under the tongue is rapid and efficient. You get a steady release into your bloodstream without overloading your system. Next, let's move on to vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form. You might recognize vitamin K2 as the nutrient that helps move calcium into your bones and teeth, preventing it from building up in your arteries. But emerging research shows that it may also play a surprising role in testosterone production. Vitamin K2 appears to stimulate the Leydig cells in the testes, which are responsible for producing testosterone. Animal studies have shown promising increases in testosterone with K2 supplementation, and while human studies are still ongoing, early evidence points to similar benefits. What makes the MK7 form special is its long half-life. It stays active in your body for much longer than other forms, allowing for sustained benefits throughout the day. When taken sublingually, MK7 bypasses the liver's first-pass metabolism, meaning a greater percentage remains in its active form, ready for use. It's a subtle yet effective way to keep hormone production running smoothly while also supporting cardiovascular and bone health. Now, let's talk about one of my favorite natural ingredients for male vitality: fenugreek extract. Fenugreek has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years to boost strength, stamina, and libido. Modern research now confirms what ancient healers already knew. Fenugreek contains powerful compounds called furostenolic saponins, which seem to stimulate testosterone production and improve the body's ability to use free testosterone effectively. Several clinical trials have shown that men taking fenugreek extract experience measurable improvements in energy, sexual function, and overall well-being within a few weeks. In one study, men who supplemented with fenugreek while doing resistance training showed greater strength gains and reduced body fat compared to those who didn't. What makes fenugreek even more interesting is how it influences both physical and emotional aspects of vitality. It can help increase motivation, confidence, and drive, which are all influenced by healthy hormone balance. When fenugreek is taken sublingually, its active compounds are absorbed rapidly into the bloodstream, giving you faster results without the digestive discomfort that some herbal capsules can cause. Most effective sublingual formulations contain between 300 to 600 milligrams of a standardized extract. Many men report noticeable effects in energy and focus within the first few weeks. Now let's move on to another important nutrient that works quietly in the background but has a huge impact: vitamin B6, especially in its active form called pyridoxal 5-phosphate. B6 is essential for the production of neurotransmitters and hormones, and it has a direct role in regulating prolactin levels. Why does that matter? Because when prolactin levels get too high, testosterone levels tend to drop. Prolactin can act almost like a brake on testosterone production. By keeping prolactin in check, vitamin B6 helps ensure that testosterone production stays steady. But B6 doesn't just affect hormones, it also plays a big role in mood and cognitive health. Low levels of B6 have been linked to irritability, brain fog, and mild depression. So maintaining healthy levels of this vitamin helps you stay sharp, positive, and focused, all qualities that tend to fade when testosterone dips. The sublingual delivery of vitamin B6 is particularly effective because it's water-soluble and easily absorbed through the thin membranes under the tongue. It provides an instant supply of B6 directly into the bloodstream, where it can immediately go to work supporting your mood and hormone balance. Now let's take things a step further and look at a natural adaptogen that's been making waves in the world of men's health, ashwagandha root extract. Ashwagandha has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries as a rejuvenating tonic. It's known for its ability to reduce stress, boost energy, and enhance endurance. But modern research has also shown something even more fascinating. It can significantly improve testosterone levels and sperm quality. Ashwagandha works by lowering cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. When cortisol levels are high for extended periods, they directly suppress testosterone production. By helping your body manage stress more effectively, ashwagandha naturally allows testosterone to rise back to healthier levels. Studies have found that men who took standardized ashwagandha root extract experienced noticeable increases in testosterone, better sleep, improved energy, and reduced feelings of anxiety or fatigue. When taken sublingually, ashwagandha is absorbed quickly, giving you a calm but focused sense of well-being without feeling sedated. It's especially helpful for men who find that stress or poor sleep are robbing them of their energy and motivation. And now that we've talked about these key ingredients, vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, boron, vitamin K2, fenugreek, B6, and ashwagandha, it's time to connect the dots. When combined, these nutrients form a comprehensive support system for the male body. They target multiple pathways: production, absorption, balance, and protection, to help your body restore the natural hormonal rhythm that fuels energy, confidence, and vitality. But before we wrap up, there's one more thing you need to understand. Supplementation alone isn't magic. Your lifestyle still plays a massive role. The way you eat, sleep, and move determines how well these nutrients can work for you. Think of sublingual supplementation as a powerful tool, but one that works best when paired with daily habits that support your overall health. Stop here. Part 3 will continue from this point, focusing on integrating lifestyle, timing, dosage guidance, safety, and a motivational closing for men over 50. So now that you know the science and the key nutrients behind this sublingual approach, let's talk about how to make it work for you in real life. Because information only becomes transformation when you actually apply it. First, timing matters. Most men find it best to take their sublingual vitamins in the morning, ideally after a light meal and some water. That's because testosterone levels tend to peak early in the day, and this timing helps your body synchronize with its natural rhythm. For ingredients like magnesium or ashwagandha, however, taking them in the evening can be even more effective, especially if you struggle with stress or poor sleep. A calm, restorative night is one of the most powerful testosterone boosters nature ever designed. Next, consistency is everything. Sublingual delivery gives you faster absorption, but hormones need time to respond. Think of it like training at the gym. You won't see major results after one session, but steady effort brings powerful change. The same goes for your supplements. Most men begin to feel subtle improvements in focus, energy, and motivation within the first few weeks. But deeper changes, like improved muscle tone, better sleep quality, and restored libido, can take 2 to 3 months of consistent use. Stay patient and steady, your body is rebuilding balance from the inside out. Now let's talk about dosage. While we've discussed ranges for each nutrient, remember that no two bodies are the same. Factors like body weight, activity level, diet, and sun exposure all influence how much you need. A blood test for vitamin D, zinc, and magnesium is one of the smartest moves you can make. It gives you a baseline so you know exactly where you stand. Then you can fine-tune your intake with your doctor's guidance. It's not about taking more, it's about taking what's right for you. And here's something crucial. Balance matters more than quantity. You don't want to overload your system with one nutrient while ignoring others. For example, vitamin D works in synergy with magnesium and K2. Without them, even high doses of D3 can lose their effectiveness or create imbalances. That's why a carefully designed sublingual formula that combines these key nutrients in the proper ratios can often deliver far better results than trying to juggle multiple single supplements. Safety is also worth mentioning. These vitamins and minerals are generally very safe when taken in the right doses, but as with anything that affects hormones, moderation and medical oversight are essential. If you're on prescription medications, particularly for blood pressure, diabetes, or hormone therapy, check with your healthcare provider before adding new supplements. The goal is always to enhance, not to interfere. Now let's bring it back to the bigger picture, the reason why all this matters. Testosterone isn't just about muscles or libido, it's about how you feel in your own skin. It affects your confidence, your mental clarity, your ability to take action, and your overall zest for life. When testosterone dips too low, you don't just lose physical energy, you lose a sense of drive and identity. And that's something no man should quietly accept as just getting older. The truth is, aging doesn't have to mean decline. Your body is capable of incredible resilience when you give it the right tools. Sublingual delivery is one of those tools. It's simple, fast, and effective. It gives your body what it needs in a form it can actually use, helping you reclaim balance, strength, and focus at any age. Let's circle back to Robert, my 56-year-old patient from earlier. When we adjusted his routine, added a sublingual blend with vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, boron, and ashwagandha, and improved his sleep habits, the results were almost immediate. Within 2 weeks, his energy started returning. Within a month, his mood lifted, and by 3 months, he said something I'll never forget. "Doc, I finally feel like myself again." And that's really what this is all about. It's not about chasing youth, it's about regaining your natural vitality so you can keep doing the things you love with energy, confidence, and clarity. It's about waking up in the morning feeling strong and purposeful, not sluggish or worn down. So if you're a man over 50 and you've been feeling off, tired, foggy, unmotivated, don't ignore those signals. They're not random, they're your body's way of asking for support. Start by getting your vitamin D levels checked. Consider adding a sublingual formula that combines the ingredients we talked about today. Eat whole foods rich in healthy fats and proteins. Get outside and move your body every day. Prioritize deep restorative sleep. Each of these habits amplifies the other, and together they create a foundation for long-term health. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't just higher testosterone, it's higher quality of life. It's about feeling alive again, connected to your strength, your purpose, and your joy. And sometimes the first step toward that renewed energy can be as simple as placing one small vitamin under your tongue each morning.